I've got some bad news for you. You do not have time to figure it all out. Even if you're smart, you will figure it out eventually. But the problem is that eventually costs money. We learned this the hard way. So 0 to 100 grand a month, we built the playbook. It took us 10 years to figure it out. 100 to 300 grand took us a few months because we followed a playbook. You can imagine that we were kicking ourselves because of our arrogance and refusal to take advice until much later on. You've probably heard Johnny talk about this idea of the two versions of you if you took different paths. One of those versions of you, if they had taken the life hack route of compressing years of somebody's learning and failures and time and wisdom into a dedicated program, would be riding off into the sunset by the time the other version of you is just starting to figure things out. The information economy is incredible, and the closer you get to the horse's mouth, the faster your result. So you look for somebody who has achieved the result that you want to achieve and has created a playbook for it, a blueprint. You follow the blueprint, and surprisingly, it'll get you to the same result. So that's really what determines which mentor you should pick and which program to follow, which books to buy, is, has this person achieved the thing that I want? If so, that's going to accelerate your progress. I went to med school and I became a doctor. Could I have figured it all out myself if you just locked me in a room with a cadaver and a scalpel and said, have a crack? Maybe? Probably not actually, but let's say we could. How long would that take? A.N. Whitehead says, civilization advances by extending the number of operations that we can perform without thinking about them. It's having a washing machine. It's ordering an Uber Eats. It's being able to do higher order functions without having to think about all of the manual stuff that past civilizations and our ancestors have done for us. It is exactly the same thing. I'm talking to you through a camera, holding a cup of decaf coffee, using a laptop. None of these things I could have invented myself. And so we're always standing on the shoulders of giants to be able to achieve what we want to achieve. It's how we move forward as a society. And if you don't accept that and you try and, if I was like, no, I'm going to fashion a camera myself and a microphone from a string and a cup that I've made from flint, it would just be impossible. But for some reason, when it comes to moving forward with our businesses or making progress in any of our goals, we kind of forget that fact. I found this email from Steve Jobs in 2010, addressed to me, obviously. I grow little of the food I eat, and of the little I do grow, I did not breed or perfect the seeds. I do not make any of my own clothing. I speak a language that I did not invent or refine. I did not discover the mathematics I use. I am protected by freedoms and laws I did not conceive of or legislate, and do not enforce or educate. I am moved by music that I did not create myself. When I needed medical attention, I was helpless to help myself survive. I did not invent the transistor, the microprocessor, object-oriented programming, or most of the technology I work with. I love and admire my species, living and dead, and I'm totally dependent on them for my life and my well-being. Sent from my iPad. I like that touch as well. This is not an advert for our mentorship. We might not be the best fit for you. This is just me urging you to follow a blueprint for whatever goal that you have right now. Sign up for a program, buy a course, sign up with a mentorship, buy a book. All of these things achieve the same thing at different speeds. There is only one thing that we can help you with, and we are world-class at it, which is to help coaches go from 0 to 30 clients in 12 weeks. That's the weirdly specific thing that we help people to do. If that is a goal that you're after, then book in a chat with me or Johnny or the team and we can work together. So there's two options. There's the slow way and the fast way. It's no longer enough just to work hard and to be smart. You have to work hard on the right things, and the way to do that is through following a blueprint. But because everyone who's smashing it has a mentor, if you don't have one, you are at a disadvantage. Your insistence on doing it on your own is the reason that you haven't done it on your own. We spent over 150K on programs over the last few years, and I am pissed off at myself for not spending more earlier, particularly because it wasn't even the money for me, it was just arrogance, just thinking, oh, what do they know? And blundering on ourselves to try and figure it out on our own. So I hope to at least save you that mistake for free. So there we go. And speaking of blueprints, here is the exact blueprint that took Propane from 0 to 10K a month. Or if you've seen the blueprint and you just want to have a call about how it would fit with your business, book in a demo with me or Johnny or the team, and we can talk you through the entire thing. Click below to book into our calendars. I've got some bad news for okay. Last one. There we go. I've got some